Hi, I'm Dr. Davis. I've been counseling for 20 years or more, and I've counseled hundreds and hundreds of people over the years. It's a joy, really, to sit and listen to people tell their stories and try to help them with their problems. I really do enjoy my work, and I've learned a lot of things from my clients over the years. Some of these things I'd like to share with you. One of them has to do with a Rubik's Cube. Back in 2005, I bought a Rubik's Cube and I couldn't solve it. And I was hoping that fidgeting with the cube and twisting and turning would probably help my stress a little as well, but it didn't. The stress hindered me from being able to solve the cube, or at least I'm giving that excuse, and I just couldn't solve it. So I took the cube to my counseling office and I placed it on the shelf. And nobody ever solved it. I would encourage kids, tell them, hey, you should get your mom to buy you a cube. It would probably be helpful to just sit and fidget with something like that. But nobody ever solved mine. It would just sit on my shelf. Anyway, one day there was a client who came into my office, and I was kind of seeing the other client out. And in that short period of time, this client solved the cube and sat it back up on my shelf. About 3 clients later, I noticed the cube up on my shelf solved. And I just blurted out in ADHD fashion, one of my earlier clients solved my cube. I think the next client came in, and he always grabbed the cube off the shelf and he started turning it. I suggested to him, hey, you should get your mom to buy you a cube sometime. And he was like, yeah, maybe I will. And I said, you could probably learn to solve it. And he goes, type on your computer, go to YouTube. So I went to YouTube and he said, put in the search, Daystorm Rubik's Cube. So I did, I typed it in, and this guy comes on that is wrapping the solutions to the Rubik's Cube. Sure enough, within a couple of hours that evening, I had solved the Rubik's Cube. So the next week, the client came back and he told me that learning to solve the cube and practicing it over and over and working on it had really helped him with his anxiety. And that kind of intrigued me. And so I started thinking, some of the psychological theories out there for helping people with their problems is a lot like using formulas to solve the Rubik's Cube. For example, sometimes our lives get all mixed up and messed up. And so much so that it's really difficult to solve the problems. You have to have knowledge and skill to solve this cube. You have to have some knowledge and skills to solve life's problems. Repeating yourself, following the formulas and doing them over and over again, practicing solving the cube helps you solve the cube faster and faster and easier. The same is true for life's problems. We have to practice certain skills and coping mechanisms, certain strategies in life. And the more we practice, the better we get at those things, at solving those kinds of problems in our life. Solving life's problems takes determination, practice, perseverance, and you just want to stick to it until it's solved sometimes, until you get it done in the end. And then also, what seems to be difficult to solve, very complicated because of stress and maybe even a lack of motivation, a little depression, can become very simple after you've practiced some of the strategies for solving those problems, after you've implemented those and put those into practice in your life. So let's go out and learn how to solve the cube, but let's also go out and learn how to solve some of life's problems.